What's up, guys? What's going on? Camp Out coming at you with a review. As you can see, we got a little Jumpman action in the quotations on the top of this box. If you guys were unaware, this is the AJ1. Today is Wednesday. Nike Lab broke up the pickup days for their raffle or the draw, whatever you want to go with. Shout outs to Boston's Best One and Zach Spears helped me get this pair. Obviously, I did not pay retail for them, but I did not pay a crazy resale either. I wanted to get them in hand. I didn't want to fist fight people outside of a store or do all that extra stuff. So they really helped me out. Just want to say thank you, and let's get into the review. So basically, if you guys were unfamiliar, there are two sides to this project. One was revealing, one is ghosting. The revealing consists of the AJ1, the Air Max 90, the Presto, which I reviewed earlier, the VaporMax, and the Blazer Mid. The other half is the ghosting, which uses different materials, more of a see-through translucent feel to it. And that basically has all of the other shoes, which are the Chuck Taylor, the Zoom Fly, the Nike Air Force 1 Low, the React Hyperdunk, and the Air Max 97, which two of those shoes I really like, the Air Max 97. I'll throw all the pictures up while we're going on about the collaboration thus far, and then I'll get into the review. So it's not gonna be a long one. I just wanted to break it down for a couple of people who didn't know what was going on. Let's do this real quick, and we'll talk about the detailing and the design ideas and aspects. Turn it up, they are size 10.5. Try and get the glare off of there for you. It's a see-through sticker, which I'm not used to from Nike. The 10, which are the 10 shoes, Air Jordan 1, size 10.5. Fits just like a Jordan 1 in any other aspect. The only Jordan 1 that fit me a little bit snugger than all the others were the fragments. I do wear an 11 of those, and it fits pretty tight to the toe. Everything else, 10.5 in Air Jordan 1, fits just like that. Retail price was $190, $204 or something after tax. Gonna open it up. You have an inverted or inverse Jordan box. I'll show you the top part of it. That's the top. Same thing as the Prestos, which I reviewed earlier, like I mentioned. Paper has off-white branding, some Nike branding. I think that's the Blazer on this one. Shoes are on here. Tissue paper is pretty dope, actually. A lot of different branding hits on it, as you guys can see. All right, so let's get back into it. As you can see, I put the original shoe up top here, the Chicago, which is what the shoe is loosely based off of, or actually extremely based off of, looking at the design work. The shoe is basically inside out, meaning a lot of the outside detail effects are what you would see on the inside of a shoe. So basically, this exposed material would be the inner part of the shoe. You would actually see the nylon or the leather on the outer part of the shoe. Same thing on the back of the heel. A lot of different branding pieces or hits on this as far as detail goes. So you can see the exposed foam on the top of here, which isn't what you like. It's weird. If you turn something inside out, you can see all of this stuff, but it still looks like the actual shoe, which is kind of dope. That I can appreciate. You don't need these loopholes. It's not necessary, basically, so you can, that just flails around. I don't even think I'll lace through that. I kind of like the idea of having them laced up to the middle and this flapping around. Same thing with the upper. These basically disconnected it. You could see on the original one, it's all stitched in together. Obviously on this one, it's loose. Same thing on the Chicago at the bottom. That's all stitched in. You can't not use it, you have to. Whereas this one, it's not quintessential to be using it. The swoosh is lightly attached on the shoe, as you guys can see here. Basically the whole, I can put my finger through the whole thing. And it's only stitched in two places, towards the end of the swoosh and the U portion or the turn portion of the swoosh against the forefront of the shoe. You got your little orange patch hit stitched in there as well. It kind of looks like it's a piece of it. No, it's stitched in. I can actually scrape it up a little bit. So it's stitched in as well. Another little piece of branding. And you can see there's exposed leather, or what the nubuck on the back side of the leather is exposed on this side, and then you have it on the medial side. There's perforation holes for where the swoosh could go on the inner portion or the medial side of the shoe. I'll turn it in so you guys can see what I'm talking about. This is the medial side. It has a swoosh. The medial side is not on this one, but it does have the off-white for Nike, Air Jordan 1, Beaverton, Oregon. Just written in there. Same thing on the upper portion. You got this exposed nylon. It's very clean. It looks good on foot too. Back portion of that says 85 in quotations on both sides. Same thing on the toe box here. Now it's leather on the original Chicago. This is a nylon, so obviously this isn't what you'd have exposed on it. But I guess the inside of the shoe you would, because you use it as, it's not suede in there. So yeah, you know, the whole thing is inside out. In certain pieces, not the entire shoe. So obviously the leather isn't inside out because it's leather out here. But if you flip the leather around, you guys can see this is leather on this side where you get suede from. is on the back side of the leather. So he played on it very well, where it came out to a very good looking shoe, even though there's a lot of weird extremities on it. So very well done. This is my third choice from the 10 shoes. Definitely my third choice. First were the Presto, second were the VaporMax, which I'm gonna try and get in November because I've spent quite a bit on these two shoes. I didn't go crazy for like the super resale, like I had mentioned, but I did pay over for both pairs, so I don't wanna continue doing that because that's a horrible trend. And since I plan on wearing everything, I don't wanna keep spending that kind of money. That's just stupid. But back into this, you get your extra laces as well. So you got black in them, you got white with the shoelace in quotations on the later portion towards the aglets. You have the green pair, and then you have the orange pair. A lot of people like to swap them out. Maybe I'll swap it out. I kind of like the classic look with the black laces in there. I don't really need people to know from a distance that they're off-white. I don't really care about that, but I do like the way the laces look from time to time. I like the way they look in the Prestos, but we'll see how it goes for the actual on foot. A couple of other detail hits. You can see some exposed foam underneath here. You got exposed foam on the tongue as well, and the branding, instead of it being in the center like you would normally get, it's off to the right side, I think. Yeah, it's off to the right side or the lateral side of the shoe for the Nike Air. It looks really dope. I like it a lot. And this isn't like the classic foam either, where it's like yellow on the inside, so it's just a better looking foam. I don't like the way the yellow looks. You could see it as they wear away, or as they get some wear and tear. This is the re-release also from 2015, but you can see the different color or the lighter color foam on the inside where the lace loops through on the tongue. So a lot of things I do like about the shoe, which is why I picked up, but very fire. I'm excited about it. One other thing about the shoe is the footbed. I don't know if the footbed comes out. I'll try. Yeah, it does. So as you can see on the footbed, it has like some weird spikes to it, which I'm not accustomed to seeing on an Air Jordan 1. I don't know if you guys can see it from there. I'll turn it this way so you can see it. And this does have an adhesive on it, so it probably shouldn't be able to pull out that easily, but whatever. And you got some off-white branding, the 10, on the bottom of the footbed as well. Let's see if there's anything else in there. Nope, that's it. Sizing is on the side. I don't do real versus fake, but if you guys need like legit checks, obviously I have a legit pair from Mercer, so if you want, send me a couple pictures and I can help you guys decide if the shoe is legit or not. And last but not least, I've moved all the other stuff out of the way, is the outsole. I did not mention before, you got a bright, or like this is like a regular red colorway for the outsole, which is just like the original Chicago, and you have Air in the quotations. If you guys caught any of the Instagram post, whatever he was signing, he was basically writing Air, like fucking Yeezy, Air, whatever. He didn't write Yeezy, but whatever artist he was giving it to is writing Air and then their name, so that's pretty dope. Anyway, I'm gonna write Camp Out on there. And I'll do it on foot. So I hope you guys enjoyed the review. If I do get another pair, obviously I'll review that as well. And if you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. You have any questions, comments, hit me in the comment section. Oh, if you're not following the Instagram or the Snapchat or the Insta stories or whatever, I put the picture up at the end. You guys can follow all of my social media there. I was at an event at Brooklyn Kith yesterday with Bam Bam Baklava, aka Action Bronson, for a book signing, so some of that stuff is up there as well. I did shoot a vlog, so I'll throw that up and I'll throw the content in there as well. But like I said, or I mentioned before, if you want to keep up to date with what's going on the day-to-day before I put a vlog out, you can follow the social media stuff. Anyway, peace.